Perhaps everyone won't agree with what I have to say.
Well, that took a lot out of me. I don't know about you.
It definitely did.
Very exhausted, very exhausted. Today we are going to review Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 3. Why you look like that?
I'm not gonna review Game of Thrones.
Oh, no Game of Thrones?
No. Sorry.
Thrones, man.
I just started really watching this season because you left me.
I left you because you got tired of watching it.
I didn't get tired of watching it. I was just going to sleep. And you couldn't wait on me.
You told me you got tired of watching. You said it's getting too heavy.
I did.
Mm-hmm. Especially when Robert Baratheon's offsprings were getting murked and they were little kids.
That sounds like something I would say.
Yeah, it was. Anyway, we are here to review what?
Avengers Endgame.
Endgame. Over with. Gone. Out of here. Endgame. Avengers Endgame, man. So we're going to do a non-spoiler review. I don't know. We might do a spoiler one later on if y'all want to see it. A lot of people doing spoiler reviews. But it made $1.2 billion, $1.3 billion, $1.2 billion already. So a lot of y'all probably have already seen the movie. But we don't want to give nothing away because there's major spoilers in this movie that you want to see when you get to the theater. So what can we tell them about the movie? First of all, expectations. Coming after Avengers Infinity War with, we're going to get spoilers for that because if you ain't seen that, why you looking at this review? Thanos' snap, everybody turned to dust. Y'all know all the people who was gone. Most of the Guardians of the Galaxy, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, Black Panther, everybody turned to dust. Bucky, everybody just got up out of here, blew away. And expectations going into this movie was, what's going to happen?
That was definitely my expectation. I was really disheartened because like everybody was just dropping dead or disappearing and you just really didn't know. But at the same time, you know, I have a thing for Thanos, so I was like really like.
But you ain't never really rooting for Thanos, are you?
I ain't kind of. It's really a.
What you been eating red?
I was drinking something.
Oh, okay.
It's not necessarily a root. It's like I'm not like go Thanos go, but
you just like hey he's a dope
villain. Because he is a dope villain because like he's passionate about what he believes, and I understand having that type of passion. Everybody won't agree with you, but I get it. Like I really do. You ain't
finna take out half of the universe.
It's such a unhealthy relationship.
Yeah, I see that. So anyway, this movie starts with us just basically dealing with everything, how it would naturally happen if half of the universe, half of the living beings in the universe gone.
So half of the universe is definitely gone. We don't know where they went. So
they gone. They dead. When they dusted them, he got rid of them. They ceased to exist. That's what that means. Yeah.
I don't know if I got that.
You didn't get that out of Infinity? You thought they went to another dimension or something?
Yeah.
No, they were gone.
They were
dead.
Like over.
Dead. Over with.
Oh, well, that's even more sad. I think I was just hopeful after the last one. So
well, there was another movie coming, so you knew
something was gonna happen.
Right,
it was still some hope for them.
Right.
So when coming into this movie, I was thinking like I didn't really know what they were gonna do with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just like, how do you get them back? Did they go to another dimension? You know what I'm saying? I had so many questions.
Well, I had a lot of theories, and I also watch a lot of breakdowns of Infinity War. Probably too much because a lot of this stuff in this movie I actually saw coming from watching that stuff. We can't spoil it. We can't tell what it is. I mean, in order to review this movie in great detail, you're going to have to spoil it. So we're not going to spoil it. We're just going to say what we thought about it. We was both excited going in, wondering what was going to happen, what was going to be the next step after everybody got dusted and blew away. They did a good job of having everybody just be depressed and down and out because of something like this happen.
What I felt during and after the movie. First and foremost, the movie was
emotions.
3 hours. The movie was 3 hours. I'll be honest in saying I don't necessarily know that it felt like 3 hours. Like
kind of like a regular movie to me.
Yeah, like I was really engrossed into the details, into the storyline. So I didn't necessarily feel like it was 3 hours.
Right.
However, upon the end of it, and after I had saw everything, I was like, oh, they could have made it shorter. Like,
well, I didn't think so because I feel like every detail they put in the movie was built up, and this movie was not only a standalone Avengers Marvel movie, but it was a movie that paid homage or homage, however you want to say it, to everything that came before it. It was the capper, it was the top off. They didn't leave no stone unturned. They tied up every loose end in this movie. Like, you can tell the creators of this movie said, you know what, we're going to go back and watch all of these 22 or 20, it's 23 now, Marvel movies from the last 11 years and try to tie them all up in a nice, pretty bow for this Avengers Endgame. And I feel like they did that in spades. What you think?
I think that they did a good job. I felt like it was convenient too, though.
The thing about movies like this, in order to tie up loose ends, in order to tie everything in a nice pretty bow, and there's certain stuff we can go into without saying any spoilers, but it was stuff that it seemed like, okay, that was a gimme. That happened because this needed to happen to get from A to get to C, B had to happen, and it was very obvious that they made it happen in a lot of ways, you know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly. And so that would probably be my only negative about the movie. I thought that, like I said, it was a little bit convenient in some ways, and after a while of so much convenience, I'm like, oh man, all y'all doing is, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sure people who've seen it can probably understand where I'm coming without me actually going into detail.
It was like action, reaction, problem, solution. That's
yeah, exactly. And so to me, I felt like that could have been shortened a little bit, and we still could have had a very cohesive movie. Yeah, that's just what I felt.
Well, and I heard a couple of people talk about the pacing issues in the first couple hours of the movie, saying that it was kind of all over the place. For me, I felt like they kind of, given all of this information and given all of these characters and all of these things you got to tie up, they kind of had to do some of that stuff for it to fit in a 3-hour movie, because in order to really detail everything out and not make it seem convenient, like it's a snapping the finger and this happened, they would probably need 8 episodes like Game of Thrones or something like that to go through all that. So I guess they had to compress it and to put it into like one movie and make stuff convenient, make you get to the next level without going through a convoluted whole detailed situation, I guess. Yeah. That makes sense to you?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely makes sense. I understood why they did it the way that they did. But I just, like I said, once after it was over, I was just like, oh, I could see where there was some opportunity. I mean, like, that's all it was. I mean, I still thoroughly enjoyed the movie.
I feel like, and I know you said you didn't have to, but I feel like I don't have to see it again in the movies, but I feel like I have to see it again, because one thing about this movie, they throw a lot at you. Like, it's this, that. They give you a lot to digest in one movie. You know what I'm saying? Especially,
but let me ask you
especially from the jumping from here to here to here. You know what I'm saying?
I agree, but do you think in going back to see, like, you don't feel like I almost feel like I wouldn't have to see it again just because of the fact that it just feels like it's redundant after a point to me. Nah, I don't. And then I feel like I'm very much, you know how I am. Once I know the ending to something, especially something like this, like I felt content. I was like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah, I see that's the difference between me and you anyway, because I'm a 2-time moviegoer when I see something I really like, especially when I want to analyze the movie. I think they was throwing so much stuff at me this first time I watched it. I was so like geeking out at certain parts and so excited about it that I didn't even focus on what was happening on the screen. I was just like, oh, this is dope. This is so amazing, because the last hour of this movie, y'all, off the chain. So much stuff go down. So this, that. Now usually your eyes is just looking everywhere on the screen, and you're just like, bro, what do I look at? Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, you know, only for that. And then, like, I had to get up and go use the bathroom, so I missed probably like 5 or 10 minutes of the movie. You caught me up on it. You did, but it was one thing I had a question about, and you couldn't give me the answer. So I was like, you know what I'm talking about? I asked you yesterday, and I was like, what happened with that? You was like, I don't know. So I was like, did you go to sleep? What happened? So
no, I wasn't asleep.
Anyway,
I didn't.
I think it was a great movie. Honestly, I think it was a great movie. I honestly will say everybody needs to go see it, especially if you're a Marvel fan, and definitely if you saw Infinity War, you need to go see it if you haven't. Seems like everybody has seen it already. Infinity War was better in my opinion, but I think Infinity War, the setup in Infinity War and it's just everything that happened in Infinity War was just so well done and smooth transition. And it seemed like this one was more to tie up the Marvel universe in a whole. Infinity War was just a standalone movie to focus on Infinity War's story. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I agree. I definitely think that Infinity War was better. but I did really enjoy this, and I do think that people need to go and check it out just to be able to close the whole package if nothing else.
Right. And you know it's a Marvel movie, so you know you got great music, you got great action, you got great special effects, and you know already if you like the Marvel movies, you like the characters already, and every character gets pretty much their time to shine, in my opinion.
I do. I definitely agree, and it's some
good storylines going on.
At the end, it's a lot of tearjerkers, in my opinion, because again, you're closing some chapters, and so when you're closing the chapters, if you are attached to any of it, you just need to be going to it, being open-minded about it, you know. So like,
get ready, get you some some tissues or something like that. You feel me?
Right.
But anyway, you want to do scores? We gave y'all the best we could without spoiling it. So.
I really think we probably should have did a spoiler review, but it's such a long movie till it would be such a long video.
It would have to be almost like a podcast platform, like a whole 45 minutes long or something, and invite somebody else in or something like that. Or
exactly.
Do a spoiler. It had to be a spoiler conversation. You know.
Now let me ask you a question, because lately we've been having to digest movies before we can actually review them. Do you feel like stomach empty?
I mean, when we saw my stomach empty,
it's digest.
We saw it what, Sunday?
Yeah.
And today is what, Tuesday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had enough time. Actually, most of the time when I digest a movie, the more I think about it, the more I don't like it. For some reason, this one, I like it the more I think about it. I like it more, and I kind of want to see it more. And I'm like, oh man, this part with certain parts that I want to see again, because I want to just like be able to, like, it was like I said, it was just a lot thrown at you at one time. You know what I'm saying? So.
Right. I feel pretty much the same. So I feel like when we give our value, scores. I'm sorry, it'll stay the same.
I don't know if yours gonna be the same as mine.
I don't think it is.
Let's get yours first.
All right. I'm going to give Avengers Endgame a 3.5.
3.5, huh?
I am.
That's between a good watch on V.O.D. and a ticket price validated.
Right. I don't feel like I wasted my time. I was excited about being there. I do feel like when I was there and after I got to the end of the movie, even though I really thoroughly enjoyed it, I was like, oh, I don't know. I think I had different expectations for it. I know we didn't really go into the I expected it to be just as good as Infinity War. So I was a little bit disappointed with that. But I also understand from the point of view of it's not focusing, like Infinity War really focused on Thanos a little bit more than anything. So you got an opportunity to really get into him and really, like I said, for me, I bought into his cause. I bought into, everything that he was doing. With this, it's so many different people. Because you knew all of them, it was really easy to, you didn't really need no background stories. But it was a couple of little things that I just felt like, they didn't have to do that. So that's why, so that's why
interesting.
It's 3.5 for me. But still, definitely, I don't have any regrets about spending the money on the ticket.
Okay.
So what you got?
I have to give it probably. I want to give it a 5 and must see again, but I feel like I can wait to see it again. So I would say, what did I give Infinity War?
I have no idea.
I can't remember.
I think we gave it a ticket price validated. Yeah.
So I wanted to give it a 4.5 between ticket price validated and must see again, but seeing that I like Infinity War better. But this movie just gave me so much. It gave me so much closure for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I must give it number 4 ticket price, definitely validated.
Yeah.
So
let us know what you guys thought.
Comment below.
Comment below.
Spoilers and things.
I don't know if we
it'll be a long. I don't know.
Let's not even put that out there. Okay. No, we're not doing that.
We're not doing spoilers.
Yeah, I feel like some stuff is a spoiler, but to your point, we kind of a little bit late,
anyway, probably.
Right, putting the video up because we wanted to make sure that we were okay with what we saw. But everybody's already seen it, and so they know the details. Like, I don't know if it's necessary for a spoiler review.
In the end of the day, did y'all like Avengers Endgame? Did you like it better than Infinity War? Did you like Infinity War better? Or do you agree with me that it just sold up the whole Marvel Universe and it was very satisfactory for you? Satisfying? Yeah. Satisfactory faction?
Something.
Satisfying. I think you got it right. If it was satisfying for you, or do you agree with the wifey and you think it was a couple things they could have left out, a couple things they could have brought back in, made it a little bit more cohesive? Y'all comment below and let us know.
Exactly. And we will be back with Intruders this week.
Intruders.
Yeah, like
after this being out of breath with our Endgame, then we get to come back down and be like, okay, let's enjoy a little movie that ain't got that much hype and build up behind
exactly.
it.
Well, we pretty much know all the details too. I'm hoping that they just
showed
trick
that whole
us
movie in the trailer. I hope it's a twist.
Yeah, I hope it's a deep twist. Like maybe that was what they showed us, but then the movie different.
That's what I'm thinking.
But
that movie stars Megan Good and Dennis Quaid, and I'm looking forward to going to see that next week. So
exactly. So we'll definitely check that out. Also, guys, I want you guys to, if you like to read, listen. Definitely. I want supporters, not just people who just. I mean, like if you're not into urban fiction literature, no worries. Everybody won't get me. Everybody won't enjoy my writing, and I'm totally okay with that. My second book is coming out on June 7th.
What's the name of it? On the
Inside Wanting Out. Yep. It's actually on pre-order right now on Amazon. It is. So right now, go and check out the first one on Inside Looking Out. I'll leave all of the information below.
Yep.
If you
like it,
or if your wife, or if you have a lady or whatever, because it is probably more catered to a women chick lit type thing.
Yeah.
But check it out. Don't leave me any reviews if you don't like it. I was just like, it's so bad because I'm so critical of movies and stuff like that. But like I said, everybody won't like it. But follow me on Instagram. Thank you, babes. Follow me on Instagram. I'm going to be doing some promotions and some different things. I'm actually also even going to do like some IGTV. Really passionate about relationships, as I've explained several times before. And so I'm just going to do some little conversation videos or whatever, so you'll get to know a little bit more about me. So anywho's, the information will be below. The book comes out June 7th. You could actually download it or pre-order it now on Kindle. Next week it'll be available for pre-order on paperback. I appreciate you guys' support ahead of time.
Thank you. We appreciate it. So that's it. My wife put her great plug in for her book. Y'all do that.
Real plug.
No.
Shameless plug.
No, it was very shameless. There was no shame in that plug. Right. We appreciate y'all watching our Avengers Endgame review. Do everything in the description. All of it. Do all of it. I want it all done. We appreciate it. Anyway, so that's our review. Appreciate y'all for watching. Do everything in the description. We out of here.
We out of here.
Gone.
Bye.